call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Woolen. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Alabama's offense takes the field to start this game off. You have to live with this result every second of every day for the next year, guys.
Some of the greatest sports talk radio takes place in the state of Alabama because of the rivalry and the trash talk that goes on between Auburn fans and Alabama fans. It is must-listen radio, David. It's incredible.
And it's must-watch TV. Like, no matter what the records are, it seems like it's always a good game. The hate runs deep, and it is a great game to call.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all three facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond with.
Really nice run there. No, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his back.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast it.
And it's picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it from the gun. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
He just swats that one away, and he's been doing that all season long. Very, very hard to throw against this guy in man coverage or zone. He's been making quarterbacks pay all year, and that's why he's up for the top defensive back in college football award this season.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, it's DeMarco. Gonna let it fly. And he bats it away, it falls incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on your next down.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. He's back to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. The lone back's got it. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Dropping back, it's DeMarco. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pass is intercepted.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Gonna run it. It's Riley. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's DeMarco. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, nothing like turkey and stuffing and the Egg Bowl on your Thanksgiving holiday. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Doug.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. It's caught. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the extra extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Looking downfield, it's DeMarco. They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll leave it with him. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Tie! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Gets it to the back. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback will audible. Looking to go up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Back to the quarterback. He's going up top. He caught it, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bama! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Getting some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They'll run it. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They bring the punter onto the field now. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, baby.
Yeah, and it's just maintain.
Going up top. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Rice came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Houston had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, they knock him free. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. At the 45, on his way.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Off the RPO, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Tigers are rolling down the field. The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That's caught. It's McNabb. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A little release to the back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Lining up for the PAT. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll go to the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure.
He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Touchdown tie! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And he puts through the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's thrown another interception. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Riley. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They move the tight end all over. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal for the offense. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And on 3rd down, they're running the field goal unit out there. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon State somehow, some way, found a way there in Corvallis and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Tag them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, where you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And wait, it's just second down, and the field goal kicker's out. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
You You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Man, there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Looking for a productive play on first down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are